Specifically, I will be discussing literature review in research methodology. Literature review has three main components or four components as the case may be. One of which is conceptual review, another one is theoretical review and empirical review. You can also add theoretical framework. However, I'll be discussing the three main components itemized, which is conceptual review, theoretical review, and empirical review. One conceptual review. This is review of concept, and the review of concept in this study, and this concept is derived from research objective or the research title. You need to bear in mind that literature must be reviewed around research objectives. You do not just review literature anyhow, because the purpose of every research is to fulfill research objectives. Therefore, everything we do regarding research must be tailored towards addressing research objectives. And that is why your conceptual review must be done within and around research objectives. So the next thing is theoretical review. This is where you are expected to review relevant theories within the context of the study you are undertaking. In doing that, you have to tell us or tell your reader who propounded the theory. What are the tenets of this theory? You need to bring out the strengths and weaknesses of this theory as they relate to the study. So you discuss it at that level. When you discuss the theories at that level, you leave them there. But however, the standard is that if you must undertake theoretical review, you need to review at least 6 to 10 related theories. Then when you do that, you leave it and you go to the next one, which is empirical review. And during empirical review, you are to look at past studies published in books, peer-reviewed journal, reports that are related, or even theses that are related in line with the study objectives. Always remember that whatever you do must be be in line, in conformity with your research objectives. And during the empirical review, you are to try as much as possible to identify the gaps. Show what has been done. Show what is left undone. And show what your own study is going to do to address the identified gap. And when you do after that, you are to arrange the empirical review in chronological order, which means you have to arrange it from the oldest to the newest, which means that if you cite books written or published in 1999, 1993, 1994, 2000, 2005 to 2004. What you need to do is that the 1999 has to come before 1995. 1995 has to come before 2000, and 2000 has to come before 2015. You need to arrange it, it has to flow in that sequence. So when you do that, you are seen to be doing the right thing. Another thing to take into consideration is how to review. You look for relevant and related materials. When you look for relevant and related materials, you describe the materials. Find out what scholars are saying. And after, when you find out what the scholars are saying, remember, you are not just meant to find out what scholars are saying and dump it there. No, this is a mistake many students do. You are not just to dump it there. You are to critique. It is in the process of critiquing, or it is in the critiquing that you show your scholarly stand. Literature review is where we learn and unlearn. It is where we challenge opinions. Because literature review itself is an ongoing conversation or ongoing debates. You are to contribute your own debate. You are to contribute your own scholarly opinion in on the subject of discussion. You have the right to agree, to disagree. At that point in time, you are the umpire. You are at the middle to argue what you think that's suitable or what you think that's not suitable, but you need to buttress it using your authorial voice. That is where you need to assert yourself. You can also use one scholar to critique another scholar. That is what is called pitching. So it's important you understand that critique is not only about looking for negativity. Critique is also about looking for something that is good in the study. It's also important we look at the language of review. Always know that in literature review, the language of review is present tense. The use of simple present tense. It is always advisable to use the simple present tense because literature review is an ongoing discussion, ongoing conversation. However, the use of past tense is also allowed. But if you choose to use past tense, make sure that there is consistency in all the usage. What this means is that you can't use simple present tense in one sentence you can't use simple present tense in one paragraph and go and use past tense in another paragraph. No, if you choose past tense, you can use past tense or true. If you do not trust your grammar, if you do not trust your concord, if you do not trust your ability to write well, to obey the concord of grammar, your past tense saves you better. Remember, in literature review, your arguments must be very coherent. So, what that means is that your argument must be very logical. You don't argue, you go up, you come down, you come down, you go up. Again, in empirical review, you are expected to move or to flow from local to global or from global to local. The standard is, at the master degree level, you are expected to do at least or not less than 30 review under the empirical. For PhD students, you are expected to do not less than 50 to 100 or above. And it's also important that you scout for current studies. And if you're looking for current studies, if you can't find them in books, look out for peer-reviewed journals. There you find them, they are there. So when you do this, you are seen to have done justice to literature review. I deliberately refuse to talk about theoretical framework. Although theoretical framework still falls under chapter 2 of literature review, but theoretical framework is a tool on its own that wraps, that underpins this, that stands as a foundation on which the study is standing on. And that is why it serves as the basis of our analysis and also guides even guides your discussion of findings. So in my next episode, I'll be discussing theoretical framework.